Yo guys, welcome back to another Houston Texans video. Today was draft day for the Texans, so we had that third round pick, which was the 67th pick. So let's just get into it. With the 67th pick in the draft, the Houston Texans went out and selected Davis Mills, who's a quarterback. Davis Mills was a 5-star coming out of high school with loads of potential, and not saying he still doesn't have potential, but the reason he fell this low to us is just his availability. He's hurt a lot. He only played 5 games in his college season, but I'm super excited to see him compete for a starting spot, even though I think the spot's still going to go to Tyrod Taylor at the end of the day because he's developed and he's in NFL shape and all that good stuff. But I just got done watching film on Davis Mills, and he's actually a pretty good quarterback, and he's a pretty good match for the QB spot in Houston. So now you should know the Houston Texans have 3 quarterbacks, and all 3 quarterbacks are fairly similar. They all have athleticism and can roll out the pocket and get on their feet. So Davis Mills is a 6'4", 225-pound athletic QB that can almost do it all, but considering he only played 5 games this year of college is why he fell into our hands in the 3rd round. And when you think of raw, undeveloped QB, like the first name that comes to your mind is Pep Hamilton, who's a great quarterback coach and someone that helped develop Justin Herbert. And look where he's at now. He's really good now. Of course, he's the Chargers' future. Davis Mills threw for 1,500 yards and 7 TDs in just 5 games and went 4-1 in those 5 games. So that shows you that he's a winner. But if he could stay on the field, then he might have just went like super high. But we never really got to see because he was always hurt. So do I think he could be a superstar? I don't know. Like, that's always tough to say, but I do love the way he plays, and I think he can be a good quarterback in this league. So just stay on notice for this guy because this dude definitely has talent, and I think he could be a good quarterback, like I said. And he looks pretty excited to be here. I'm rewatching the draft. He looks like a really good guy, and hopefully we can develop him into somebody good. I'm super excited. I'm gonna get into some pros and cons about his play style. Some pros is he has prototypical QB size. Davis Mills is the size that most people make their quarterback in career mode, standing at 6'4", 225 pounds. Davis Mills meets all the requirements physically to be an NFL quarterback. His size will favor teams who experience cold and windy weather. Even if he is not a top talent in the league, he could be a backup in the league for a long time. Another pro is his mechanics. Davis Mills has some of the best mechanics I've seen in this draft pool, which is obviously a great compliment. His lower body is spaced perfectly, and he really leans into the throw, adding an extra bit of velocity. His upper body mechanics are great as well, as his release is smooth, well placed, and wide enough, but not too wide. There will be little mechanic issues to fix for Mills. Inside the pocket and outside of it, he's really good. Another pro is touch. Mills has a great touch on the ball, meaning he can make all these finesse throws. He can loft it perfectly over the defender, and he can put it in perfect spaces next to the sideline or over the top. The only issue is his consistency. If Davis can fix his consistency issues, he can and will be an effective passer in the NFL. Last pro I'm going to talk about is his arm strength. Davis Mills has a surprisingly strong arm. When stepping up in the pocket, he can deliver a laser over the middle. Outside the pocket, he can fling the ball with the flick of the wrist. Physical traits will never be an issue for this former 5-star quarterback. He has all the tools to be great, but the question is, can he put it all together? And that's it for the pros. I'm going to get into some of the cons. First one I'm going to get into is ball placement. As great of an arm as Mills has, his ball placement can be shaky at times. Unpressured throws or just throws in general, he can tend to put the ball too high or too low for the receiver, either resulting in a drop or a loss of yards. Mills has the ability to place it well, as you can see him do it on the tape, but the issue is his consistency with those throws. Number 2, an obvious one, consistency. This is the biggest issue for Davis Mills, and what really pushes him outside of the top 5 quarterback conversation. Davis has all the talent and mechanics in the world, but his consistency is just not there. In one quarter, he could look like an all-pro, but in the very next quarter, he can look like an undraftable quarterback. Davis needs to find some consistency to last into the NFL. As a starter or a backup, decision-making is the last one I'm going to talk about. This is, once again, a topic that is dependent on consistency. At times, Mills makes decisive throws that seem to be the right throws, but other times he can make a boneheaded decision that severely hurt his team. This is an issue that can be cleaned up by a good QB coach that we do have in Pep Hamilton, alongside sitting for an extended period of time. If Davis can halt these consistency issues, he has a great shot to become a great quarterback in this league. So, I mean, that's really going to wrap it up. I'm super excited for this guy. I hope he comes in earning his spot, and hopefully I can see him as our starting quarterback pretty soon. Like, as you can see by the tape, he's super special. He's super talented. But if he could put it all together, then we might have a good player. But this was pick 1. I don't know how many picks I'm actually going to cover. After all of our picks are done, I'll probably cover all of them and show highlights and show stats and all that stuff. But if you did enjoy the video, drop a like, drop a sub, give me some feedback. Peace.